Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel with some new kind of a video. And as you guys have seen that I've been posting some serious topics videos which I love to do, and I'll continue that, but just to change the mood a little bit and to I wanted to upload something a little bit chill kind of video. So I asked people on my Instagram to send me questions so that I can answer them. So I got some questions, and I'll answer them so that people who don't really know me can know about me, and people who claim to also know me can also know more about me. So yeah, let's just go on with the question and see what you guys have actually asked. So first thing is, rate best or the worst lectures I've ever had in university basically. So I won't really name the worst because I don't want to name any words, but I'll actually tell the best lecturers, like my favorite lecturers. And starting off, number one is like Dr. Juginder. He's actually my final year project supervisor, also an amazing lecturer. Then I really like Dr. Ibiwani, who actually taught us behavioral science. Then there is Mr. Jerry, who taught us in first year. Mr. Sminder, who taught us in first year. Miss Fiona, who taught us in first year. And then Dr. Behram, who is actually teaching us right now in the last year. And who else? Who else? I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anyone. I don't want to forget anyone, but like these are like my favorite lectures. I'm saying there are I've had amazing lectures, but I think the favorite ones, yeah, these. What do you like in a person the most? What do you mean by this question? I think what I can say is that I think the most I can like what thing attracts me from a person if I like someone is the reason of their personality. It's the reason is because of their personality. Sorry, that their personality is nice and the attitude and everything towards me and towards is nice. So yeah, that is kind of something which I liked. Books or movies? I would go for movies, to be honest. I am not a big fan of books, especially which don't have pictures on it. So don't judge me on that. But yeah, movies. Yeah. So next question: how would you want to die? Seriously, what type of a question is this? Like, how would you want to die? A peaceful death. That's all I can say. Like, yeah, any a peaceful kind of death. That's all I want. Okay. What do you think about social media? Oh, that's a good question. I love social media because I use it a lot, but it is toxic also. And obviously, I'll make a whole video on this social media, but it has its own benefits and uh, disadvantages and stuff. I like it, but it can be very toxic. Favorite game you could you would play if you could? These days I'm playing Fortnite, FIFA, and Warzone, so I'll go for these three. But the only thing which I hate about Warzone is that's way too competitive. That's the one thing which I hate, and that's one of the reasons why I hated Fortnite. But obviously now people focus more on Warzone, so that Fortnite has a little bit chill. So that's why I like that. Um, Next question: are you single? Yes, very shadid single. Very shadid single. Uh, Next question is: if you could play one sport only for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? Uh, that's tough. Yeah, I like a lot of sports. I actually mainly confused between cricket or football. Like that's the two sports which came in my mind. And I love both, but I would have to go for cricket. Yeah, I would go for cricket. Yes, I love cricket because I can. Yeah, I can. Well, obviously, I could watch cricket also and football also, but yeah, I would want to play cricket. And it's been a long time since I played cricket, so yeah. One thing, no, something which can, something about a person which can piss you off. Oh, one of the few things is if the person, like if I know that the person is lying to me, but that person still continues to lie, that kind of pisses me off. Then obviously if a person pretends to be, you know, what can I say, like, if the person is something else in front of you and something else in front of others, that's one thing. Then people who just argue without having any knowledge about anything. Trust me, that pisses me off a lot. When people don't know what to talk about on a topic and they still say say a lot. I hope you get it. Uh, I had okay. I got two questions on the same thing, like pretty much the same thing. So, your inspiration that led you to start with vlogs and podcasts. Vlogs, I just started because of to make vlogs like just for my family and stuff. So it was just kind of I just one day decided I was like what I'll just start making vlogs and post it on YouTube so that my family can see what I'm doing and stuff. That was one reason. But yeah, like inspiration like I used to follow. I used to like I don't really watch now, but I used to follow daily vlogs of Ruben Atwood. That kind of inspired me. And then one of my school friends, Adeep Tariq, he started making videos and stuff, which kind of led me to that kind of give me some confidence. That I would love to do this. I would love to do something like this. And podcast is something like I don't know. Some one day I was because there is a side of me which no one really knows about, and I don't really, I never really told anyone about. But because of how things were happening and different topics and stuff, different situations going on, I just started. I think discussed with my family and everything, and they supported me a lot. They were like, "You should do it. You should do it." So yeah, I would say my inspiration is basically my family, my parents and my sisters for podcast, and my niece and nephew also because not nephew doesn't really watch it. He can't understand, but yeah, my niece really supports me also. So next question: what motivates you in life? What motivates me in life? I think I don't know. It's the end result, like the thought of the end result of if I'm doing something and I think about the positive end result, that kind of motivates me to go towards do better. But that kind of can be really demotivating if what you've thought your goal you can't reach that. But at that place, but because of that, I'm actually blessed to have people around me who, even if I don't reach the goal, still motivates me, especially my family. I would say. So yeah, that's what I can think of. I think. Other than that, I don't really have anything in mind. Alright, a movie that makes you cry whenever you watch it. I would have to say Kal Ho Na Ho because Shah Rukh Khan dies in it, and I really really like Shah Rukh Khan. So yeah, yeah. One person you hate the most. I don't really hate anyone. Uh, I think hate is like a very huge word. I do dislike people, but no, I don't really hate anyone. Next question is, do you think you'll get married soon? No, definitely no, because my mom is gonna watch this. So no, I won't. Don't worry. But yeah, on a serious note, no, obviously no, because for me, like there are two important things for if you are you need to decide that if you're ready to get married or not. One is being financially stable, and the second is being emotionally or mentally stable. So yeah, I am a student right now, so I don't earn anything, so I'm not financially stable, and I'm also not emotionally, mentally that stable to get married. So yeah, I'm definitely not getting married anytime soon. Okay, next question is, what lesson have you learned recently or this year? Mm, I've learned many lessons to be honest, but one of them would be that yeah, it's I don't know. It's sometimes okay to be selfish because different people have different goals and targets which they want to achieve, and some people might not understand what you want to achieve and what your goal is. So you should not really give a damn about what they say and what they think about you. You should just do whatever you want to do and just focus on your goals. That's one of the things. And another thing would be that yeah, that some people show off that they really care about you and they know you and they understand your situation and what you have gone through. Honestly, don't listen to them because they don't really know you, but you just try to, pretend that you know. So just don't really care about them. Just don't give a damn what they say and what they think, and just move on with your life and just enjoy it. Uh, who is Parikshanda? Okay, first let me explain you this. Obviously, it's someone from my school who asked this. It's actually a character which was made by Siam in the first year of university, and the worst part is I can't think of how we came up with this, like how he came up with this, and it's a character who just came out of nowhere. And honestly, if I be honest, I actually didn't really know that if it's a real name or not. And not recently, last year I got to know that it's actually a real name. And yeah, it's some character, so it's no one real. So don't worry. Last question, yeah. Last question is: would you rather go in the past and change things in it, or go in the future and see what happens in your life? To be honest, I would go in the future, go like see what happens to me in the future because if I be honest, whatever I am and wherever I am is because of my past, and even if I have made mistakes and everything, I've learned from it. So Alhamdulillah, like I'm actually happy where I am. So I would not really want to change anything from the past. So yeah, probably like go in the future and see what really happens. And yeah, so I would say that's the end of it. That's all the questions asked, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got to know a little about me, maybe. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I have more videos planned up which are coming really very soon. So stay tuned, and if you have any ideas, if any comments, any feedback, do let me know on my Instagram, on my YouTube. I have both the link of my both my Instagram pages, and follow them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much, and hope you have a nice day.